Wi-Fi, what's on now?
I'm still getting my half time on. And he said it's done.
So, hi, welcome to GC Watch Along. We had some technical difficulties and we thought that we were actually showing the stream, but it turns out we weren't, and we just realised that at half time. So the game is now 1-0 to Brighton, and yeah, so we can see the team line up, and we see that Brighton have scored one, but they haven't been that good, to be honest. Neither have Leeds. They've been okay, but not fantastic. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out in the second half. Can't believe that that didn't work. Done so much in the second. I've done so much. Well, we done so much in the first half, and no one said it wasn't up. Oh, that's frustrating. So it was up. We've done so much in the first half. Said so much. Well, I suppose it gives us stuff that we can say again in the second half, but it's not ideal. That is annoying. Can't I believe that? Right. So Leeds are going to need to come out second half and try something different, because in the first half they've played and they've pretty much been poor. I think they've had one shot on target and they've not really played that well on the attack. Brighton have done pretty well in consolidating the attacks from Leeds. They've been marking Bamford quite well, so that's worked out well for Brighton. Still gutted that I've done so much recording and it's stopped. I wasn't recording. It's times like this you need to drink. Shocking. I was just saying to the viewers that we recorded so much stuff and it didn't work, but we've now got that stuff to say in the second half.
Being told to go to Webster.
I did say that.
Because it's emergency test.
Alright.
So, need to wait and see. But yeah, so what you've been speaking about?
So I was saying that we've done that we can definitely say what we said in the first half again.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Once it
did you just hit them that Leeds were tucking down the left with no enjoyment, but when they went down the right, they looked very dangerous. You didn't see
I was just going to say that. Nobody said in the chat that there wasn't a picture. But anyway. So, back, get my bearings back. So, I was saying that the Leeds have been attacking, but they haven't been doing much with it, because Brighton have had Bamford pretty much marked out the game. He's done well with Bamford. Bamford hasn't had any shots on goal.
He's had that one shot that he did miss. Remember when the ball came in from the left and he missed the ball completely? So he had that, but that's the only chance that he's had this in the first half.
When you look at it as well, Bamford, just in case because it's just a new recording, Bamford has played 17 games in the league, scored 10. Brighton obviously are thinking he's a threat, so that's why they are marking him like that.
But then with Brighton, what we've saw so far in the English Premier is a record draw. So does that mean that the Leeds manager will be saying this in the dressing room at the moment, and they're becoming more attacking.
I think so. There we see the replay of the Maupay goal. The Leeds is it Ayling? Is it Ayling? He's lost his man. He's following him, and then he just let him run. And then obviously Maupay's then got away and scored. Open goal. It's just bad defending. It's just schoolboy error.
And there's Jamie Redknapp that you were speaking about in the first half.
I was about
Management.
Okay, but honestly, we had such a good conversation in that first half, and it's ruined. I think you'll see it though if you go back and watch it. So I don't want to.
Did we not just have audio?
No, what we had was we've recorded that, I think, onto YouTube, but not live.
Okay.
So it's only now it says it's live. Because usually you only need to press one button and it works, but I didn't realise that when it's a schedule, you then press go live. I didn't know that, but I know that now.
See?
You learn something every day.
Every day's a school day.
Every day's a school day. Especially because it's homeschooling now. Kids have been homeschooled. Didn't say I'm not funny. Or witty.
It's not funny when you've got to homeschool. That's what I've heard so far.
I think a lot of parents now are just realising how difficult it is.
But
for
did
teachers.
you see that statistic? Take that out of the football. That the mums that are trying to work from home whilst they're working in work, 71% of them is getting rejected from their manager to work from home.
Are they?
Yeah. They've been told to go in, even though the schools are in to look after their children. They've been told to go into work.
I think a lot of companies are trying to deal with this pandemic, but a lot of companies are doing it the same way as the government and making an absolute pig's ear of it.
How do you say that about our government?
To be fair, our government's Scottish, isn't it? It's not English, so we're alright. Saturday Night Football, I can't believe I wasn't recording that. I seen it as well. I seen it and I thought, no, it's alright. It just froze.
See that mistake you made in the first half? That should make you Prime Minister of this country.
It means I'm overqualified for it. That's what it is. Overqualified, right? So second half, I want to make sure I've got all the stats.
So everything's on, everything's working. Perfect.
We were saying as well that when we're watching this on Sky, there's been a few times where the game has
There's
been a few times where the play hasn't been shown because they're showing a replay or they're showing some other player. You just skipped it. So in the first half we thought it was a penalty, and then when we seen a replay of the video, we went, right, it wasn't. But because it was a throw into Brighton, and they then showed the other replay when the director realised that it was a goal scoring opportunity and he's cut back to it, he just seen the player go down.
And what was the other action that happened in?
It was a goal scoring opportunity and they just cut back.
I can't remember what actually happened.
Offside. It was offside one.
Offside, that's what it was.
It was offside one. Sky, get your act together.
Pay all this money for Sky and they can't even show you a good match.
I know. I think next time I'm just going to watch the NBC channel. But although I do use a VPN for that, so I do pay for the NBC channel. Just in case anyone thinks that I don't. Can't encourage piracy. Although it was an interesting tweet that day that I seen. Dana White came out. He's a UFC president, if nobody knows. He came out and he says, "I'm fighting against piracy because our buy rate for the UFC fights are coming down," and he was pretty much saying that the last time they put on a UFC there was some piracy and they went after these folk. And he says now he's got another weapon against piracy.
Alright.
So that he can try and get more streamers brought down. And his words were, when you take these people to court, they cry and they beg not to be charged. But my take on it is, if you charge a small amount of money, you'll get a better buy rate.
Well, of course.
But if you charge, he's charging, it was either $60 or $70 for a pay-per-view, then everybody's going to pirate it. Because you're either going to pirate it during the game, during the fight, or you're going to download it the following day.
Well, you've got to remember, people are losing their jobs right now, right, left and centre, so they don't have this $70 or the $50, whatever it was, to go and pay for a match. So would it not be better for each company to come to an arrangement, maybe set price at maybe 20?
I think, well, it's 20 in the UK.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in America here.
I know. And we have to remember as well, I was just talking about this because it's half time. Back in the day, it would be a boxing fight. So let's just say Mike Tyson, this is how far back I'm going. It would be, okay, we could have 10 mates round. So paying that $50 in 1989 wasn't an issue because you're splitting it 10 ways. Yeah. But now, with COVID, you can't do that.
No.
And nobody's going to pay $50.
Unless you put a monitor outside on your wall and show it there, and everybody in your neighbourhood can watch it. And
then just as long as they just put the money through your bank.
Exactly. That's what you'll see in the next fight. Somebody will take that idea and they'll show it.
I think businesses have to realise that the model has now shifted, and it's not shifted a tiny bit, it's shifted a huge amount. So what you could charge 2 years ago, even though it was obscene, you could charge it because you could have your mates round. Now you can't. You can't because you're breaking COVID rules.
Now, there was, when I was growing up, Setanta, when the old firm, can't remember how much it was, but I can remember that we used to get about 5 or 6 people around just to watch that one match.
I think it was $14.99, I think it was.
I can't remember how much it was, but I can just remember everybody coming because you needed to pay.
There was a joke there, but I'm not going to say it. So the result earlier today during the Wolves
West Brom is 3-2 to West Brom. That was a disappointment effort from Wolves.
It was actually. They were doing so well until West Brom scored, and then they just shut down. And then.
But tomorrow, big match, Liverpool v Man U. 4 o'clock it starts, but it's the kick-off's at 4:30. That's going to be the big match. And are we going to cover that tomorrow?
I think we'll start about 20 past 5, 20 past 4, 20 past 5. To be fair, with our luck today, it will be 20 past 5.
Well, just think. Last week it was technical issues. The day we forgot to go live. So
press the button.
It just shows this is not for us.
Well.
But what I do know about Brighton so far is they can't keep a lead this season. Every time they went into the lead, they've struggled to keep it. So that would give Leeds a big favour.
And we're also hitting prime time. Leeds score 49th minute average.
Then they concede
50th minute. Right. So big it is done. So if I get this ready, I'll forget to do that. So go here, go there.
So Leeds to kick off this second half.
Almost pressed the wrong button. That's interesting.
This is going to be fun.
Well, at least Bamford's going to get a touch, yeah.
What's taking so long for the kick off? There we go.
There we go. So now we can talk about football again. So, Leeds are on the attack straight away. In the first half, we've seen Brighton.
Oh, Bamford shooting the ball there.
As I was going to say, we've seen Brighton in the first half done the exact same thing. They had an early chance within the first 10, 20 seconds.
I was wondering what that pass was, because that was was that not just too powerful for the other person to get? Surely. This new passing powerful is no good to anyone.
It's harder to take control. Well, the thing is, it's more difficult to control in these conditions because the ball's wet. I mean, the ball's going to be wet anyway because the pitch.
Good.
But the pitch is atrocious. Look, how many times have we seen players fall over and slip, and then we had an earlier footage of it's been torn apart. It's like horses have been on it.
Especially in the English Premier, they shouldn't have a pitch at this bad state.
Nah, it should be covered. But there's been no subs so far that we can see. But
it looks like Leeds are going to go straight down the right side again. But what we saw from the minutes so far, since Leeds has been more attacking.
They've obviously been fed the riot act by Bielsa.
They're definitely pushing it more. Is this a free kick to Brighton?
I think so. I think McAllister's down. The referee's thinking.
You'd think with that name that he would be Scottish.
You'd think, yeah.
But he's Argentine.
In fact, well, maybe a free kick to Brighton actually. That was dangerous. He's went in, and if the Brighton player moves just slightly differently, he's catching the Leeds Dallas' studs right down his calf.
But yeah, it's a free kick to Brighton. All the big people are in the box, and it goes straight out for a goal kick.
We were saying this
I really don't get how they can cross the ball so bad.
No, don't you know? We were saying this earlier though about Brighton, where they're going to put heads forward to try and capitalise when they were having good possession. And they didn't really, so they might rue that mistake by not grabbing the game by the horns and try to score when they had the chance.
But if you could sign one player this transfer, this goes out to people that's watching. Andrew, you were Leeds, and you could sign one player. Who would you sign and why?
As we discussed earlier, they've got Rodrigo, who's not really done that well. Brighton opportunity, who hasn't done that well. He's £27 million buy, three goals only in his games and no assists. As we said previously, you've got the likes of Edward that is going to leave Celtic, and Leeds were linked to him in August.
I think most teams were linked with Edward in August, but I think he will leave his Celtic. There's no ifs or buts or candy nuts for that one.
No ifs, buts and ands. He could go to a team like Arsenal, but I don't think that's going to suit him.
With Edward, he needs a team that plays a passing game, because with height, he's not going to really do much good. He'll fit in with Arsenal, but the centre forward is already Aubameyang. He's never going to be Aubameyang at the moment. So what I would do is go to the mid-table English, likes of Leeds or Everton, because they're looking for a striker, and
he'd do fantastic at
and try from there and make a name for yourself. There was Moussa Dembele, left Celtic 2 years ago, and went to Lyon, and now he's at Atletico Madrid.
Doing really well. Well, with Everton, they do have Calvert-Lewin. Second name, what his full name is. But
his name just no Calvert-Lewin. Something
like that. They've got him, and he's doing really well now. But again, if he's injured or they want to rotate, especially here's later up.
Shoot!
No!
What?
Oh, he should have crossed that. But he went for the shot.
So when they should have shot, they didn't shoot, and when they shouldn't have shot, they shot. That sounds like Leeds.
Even the that was Rodrigo. Played nice ball. Bamford was quickly closed down.
That was his first assist. If Bamford could just shot that little bit quicker.
As we'll say in the first half, though, which you can watch back. They just said in the first half, Bamford has been marked. He's always got a man on him. Always.
Well, especially when you score 10 goals in 17 matches in this competition. It's not that. Of course, you're going to get marked. Even Martial would be proud of that tally.
He would be proud that he's done absolutely honking it, Man United.
And we'll see how he does tomorrow. And if he even gets on.
Watch this, he'll score a hat-trick.
Well, that's what we were hoping for. But there's paper talk that the new striker's going to start for Man U. Can't remember his name though. The one that starts with Diallo.
Diallo, is he starting the one, eh?
There's paper talk, I'm not 100% sure, but there's paper talk saying that he could start because he's already training with a big team. But he's only had 40 minutes of game time in Serie A. And he's already cost 37 million.
I think it was too early. I think tomorrow you want to have a proper team out to give you a chance.
I think what will happen is he'll sit on the bench and he'll get brought on in the second half for a cameo.
Aye, last 5 minutes.
But then that's what happened to Martial so many years ago, and he scored a goal and made a big name for himself.
I was saying that about Rodrigo in the first half. Didn't really do much, but in the second half he's been moving about, doing quite well.
Bamford's only had one touch in the opponent's half.
In the first half? That's what I thought. It was that wayward shot that he done. But he's just been marked off the ball. And as I said earlier, Calvin Phillips has got a game suspension, and most things go through Calvin, so
they're missing him massively in this match. I think if they've played Calvert, I know I'll say Calvert in there. What's his name?
Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips. Right now I was going to say Calvin Harris. Don't ask me why. But yeah, if
Calvin Harris is your favourite DJ.
If they played Calvin Phillips, this game would be completely changed.
Because with the attack, you're thinking it's only going to really go through Rodrigo then Bamford. With Calvin Phillips, he then passes it to more, it can go through him rather than just Rodrigo. He does pretty well, Calvin Phillips. He's had a great season.
But I think with Leeds at the moment, they need to play higher tempo. But yeah, ever notice with Leeds, they never play with aggression, they always play calm. It doesn't matter if it's the 90th minute or the first minute, it's always calm.
And here's Rodrigo, he's off, and three Brighton players just pretty much put him in a mosh pit and squashed them. Ooh. I don't know what that was actually, because
I'm sure it was a cross.
He had a chance to get it and he's kind of pulled out a tackle. Here we go. Leeds in the box. Bamford. He just put it back in.
A little bit quicker.
Here's Rodrigo with the ball. And he's trying to put it back in the box.
Goal kick.
He's trying to be fancy, but he just didn't pay off.
That wasn't Rodrigo, was it? That was Klich.
Klich. I thought it was
Klich. I'm pretty sure it was Klich.
It's quite a heavy pitch, so you're not going to move too much. There's Bielsa again on the ball roll because he's cold.
Of course. I think if I was him, I would have a coffee and tea or around me just to heat up.
I would as well. Again, freezing.
That's the other news I was going to tell you. See the snow that we had, because we had heavy rain. It's completely away now. So there's no snow at ice anymore.
I've seen that. Think of that money wasted in grit. Here's Leeds. Bamford, he's trying to hold it up and he's played it and he's now making a run. Leeds on the attack, down the right wing.
Down right.
Great touch.
Just get it in, just whip it in. What's with these wee passes? They're doing nothing.
Also as well, Leeds are playing Strujik in place of Calvin Phillips. He's not really done too much in this game, to be honest.
I don't think I think I've saw him pass the ball once in this whole match. He's not been in this match at all.
There's Klich to Rodrigo. Now, what is this, free kick? No, he's just standing there like one in, I'll take you on.
What
Great cross! Well handled there by Burns.
Quick pass. Straight back in. Straight back in.
Good. He's also listening. And the keeper saved. So, what we were saying earlier, and that just kind of shows it, the Brighton goalkeeper isn't really good with playing from the back. We see him there, obviously, throw the ball out, but it was quite a feeble throw.
But his passing so far with his feet and everything has not been fantastic.
No, it's been pretty poor. Pretty poor.
But he's been catching the ball every time it's came in. He's had strong hands. What you expect from a goalkeeper.
That's true. Here's Brighton with a cross. Well defended.
Nothing.
And his Leeds trying to... Yeah, there was... I don't understand it why Klich was trying to get the ball and Rodrigo had opportunity to get the ball, but he kept moving. Obviously, he's moving so that he can do a quick break, but I think it's pretty selfish.
But so far, Brighton has been keeping the lead quite well. But I don't understand from Leeds' perspective why they're not attacking more. Because they know that Brighton can't keep a clean sheet. They can't keep a lead at the moment. So why not just attack them?
There's Maupay. Past it. He's a quite good game.
Maupay's been everywhere this match.
He has. He's been decent.
Except for in goals.
And he's waiting on the attack. Pass quicker. What is he waiting on? What's he waiting on? Oh, aye. I don't know how you got past that player.
A wee nutmeg.
And he falls in his arse. Here's Klich.
Leeds are still on attack.
Klich.
Down the left. Rodrigo into the box.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. If I'd have been released sooner
by Harrison, it was.
Harrison, aye. It would have been a lot better
options for Rodrigo, but that's what I'm saying. Leeds there's no urgency.
There's no tempo. They're just taking their time. I think they think in their heart of hearts that they're going to win this game.
Oh, they're going to the last 10 minutes, up the tempo and score 2 goals.
I still think Leeds will win. They're off. Oh, here's Brighton. Leeds have been caught. Why was there no player in the box for Brighton at the penalty spot? If you're a striker, you always go to the penalty spot. Always. You always have somebody there.
But I did say this was going to be like a 1-0 or a 1-1 because both teams play the same. They play down the right, so they're going to cancel each other out. And that's what's happened. Leeds is obviously been so slow on the ball that they were now behind, but just need to do that, pass that like second or two quicker.
So Leeds are sitting in 12th place with a game in hand, and Brighton are sitting in 17th.
This would help Brighton. Where would they go after this win if they win?
I'll tell you right now. They would go above Burnley.
So
16th, aye.
That would
go above Burnley,
and that would be their third win of the season. They've been good to watch, but they've just not been getting any results what they were expecting.
I think, because what Brighton have is they've got great tactics, but they don't have the personnel to play those. But
the best match I've saw Brighton play was against Man U, when Man U got that controversial penalty after the final whistle.
That was good.
Brighton should have won that match easy, but that was the best that I've ever saw Brighton play.
That penalty should never have happened.
And then I think it's a week after, Man U played them in the cup and Man U won by ease. It's like, where was that fighting spirit? Ever since that penalty happened after 90 minutes, they've lost their confidence.
There's a tackle there by Leeds just to try and slow down the game. I've been pretty impressed with.
But that was also a good match with Trossard, because I can remember that match. It had a perfect hat trick, hitting 2 posts and a crossbar.
That's true. That was a good game. I think White's been pretty good. He's had quite a good
Is
game.
this House?
There's a Brighton substitution about to come on.
We'll soon see who that is.
And here's Leeds making a substitution as well.
But
Both teams are going for it.
But he's hoping that Calvin was on the bench.
Well, he wouldn't be in the bench, would he? He'd be obviously in the first team. But
yeah, but if he wasn't suspended.
Leeds have done really well this season. Oh,
that was a bad pass back. Maupay's on the ball.
Fell.
And Trossard misses that. I was just speaking about him as well.
I think they've rushed it a bit though. In fact, it was McAllister.
Was it?
I think they've.
Trossard was up there.
He's up there.
Trossard was definitely up there.
No, in fact, there might have been Trossard with a shot actually. Some because the way that Sky's then going to the picture.
Just. It was McAllister. Trossard was just behind him.
That's a few times that I've seen Brighton in the box, and they've played the ball, but they've played the ball quick, and it's not been up, look, player, pass. It's just pass, and it's Trossard coming off, I think, for Bissouma.
I definitely wouldn't take Trossard off.
And here's Roberts on for Rodrigo. I'm quite surprised actually because he was doing alright the last 10 minutes.
First half he was never in this.
Aye, first half he was horrendous. There's McAllister off for Bissouma.
So why did Trossard run?
I don't know.
Even they can't get the numbers correct.
No, that's true.
Leeds down the left, just they're taking forever to pass.
Straight away Taylor's had a touch, and it's resulted in a corner.
When the two passes, a lot of Brighton Hove players around him, so just pass that a wee bit quicker. Sure, it can't get hard.
Is this going to be an impact sub?
Of course it is.
Corner to Leeds. Great header, but easily taken by the goalkeeper.
Sanchez, I'm pretty sure it's...
Alright, Sanchez. He's had quite a quiet game, Sanchez, but when he's been asked to make a save, which to be honest, it's more the ball's going back to you.
I've only saw him Meres doing the crosses, like the strong hands, but I've not just saw him saving the ball yet.
Oh, he's not had to do much.
And that's disappointing if you're a Leeds fan. They're not doing anything.
So Leeds have had 37 goals scored against them prior to this game.
And 6 of them were Manchester United.
That's true. There you go, someone's going to fight in the pitch.
See, you seen that player running. It could have been a quick free kick, but nothing.
I was expecting Dana White to jump in there and charge a pay-per-view. Here we go, Leeds. How's it not a free kick? He's brought him down. And here's Brighton.
Because it's a 50-50.
4 on 5.
Shoot!
Oh! That was really poor for White because he had plenty of options, plenty of choices. He just ran with it as though he was on a canter. And here's Leeds have got a few players forward.
And yet
Tyler's done pretty good since coming on. And again,
I don't think that was meant, but that was actually a good
it was. Poor pitch, which is causing a lot of issues.
But if down the right, just cross it in. Bamford would get a head on this. Maybe.
Oh, that was a bad cross.
But Leeds have still got the ball. Passing it,
Good cross, but I was knocked in the box.
Yet again, just a waste.
Just not committed. They're sitting back too much.
I think that result midweek against Crawley, was it last?
Crawley,
last
Tyler! I think their game against Crawley has dented their confidence because they're sitting back a lot. They're not putting a lot of men forward, and they're keeping their shape at the back.
And that's disappointing because Leeds are usually quite attacking team and enjoyable to watch. This is painful at the moment.
Yeah, I've got a lot of free flow, but this game's It's been a good game, but I expected more from Leeds.
But Maupay has been taking the mick out of the two centre-backs.
Nah, he's had a good game. He's had a lot of good movement.
But that's them going with the long ball. Leeds, can't remember last time Leeds referred back to the long ball matches. Usually just quick 1-2s and looking for the
gaps.
Yeah. I was going to say the pass throughs.
So Brighton have conceded 33 goals.
It could be 34 after the 90th minute.
Is that Fernandes coming on?
I think it needs some.
Off goes Alioski, and here comes Pablo Hernandez.
Good thing about Pablo, he's very direct and you know what you're going to get with him.
So I was just going to say, he'll definitely create chances. Both teams are pretty much matched.
We just need the Patrick Bamford to move a little bit more to try and create that space for Hernandez. Can't remember his name now.
The good thing about Bamford and how it's set up is if he moves, he's going to pull a defender or two with him, which will create space for anybody else in the Leeds team. Try and get a shot where it's Tyler or Hernandez.
If he left on Rodrigo, he's usually good at picking up the spaces.
He was pretty good at the second half, wasn't he? Cross from Leeds goes nowhere, goal kick.
So at the moment they've obviously upped tempo since the first half, but they're still not doing anything special. Do you think they'll get a late equaliser?
I think they'll still win. Looking at both teams,
I'm going with 1-1. That's what I said from the first half.
Looking at both teams' stats, both teams don't score a lot of goals.
I
think it's 1 point something average.
I think Leeds. No, I've started with Brighton. I think it was 1.17, sure, and Leeds is 1.7, 1.6. So it's definitely a goal per match.
So if Leeds score, you're thinking that it might only just be a draw. But I think Leeds will win. There's Brighton on the attack. Not many options. Here's White.
Maupay
again in the box. I'm surprised he's not out of the box. I thought he was going to maybe try and run and
I'm surprised he's just in the chair.
Play for penalty. Here's Bissouma.
Straight out to the right.
And then
why is he sitting back?
You seen that with Bissouma that he just ran and it pulled away two Leeds defenders?
They should be closing him down a lot quicker. That was just, there was a lot of spaces and just sitting back.
Hernandez.
Leeds have been that bad and right back that even Mark Wright could even fucking get a shot.
Yeah, he could be first choice.
90th minute sub, was it not for Crawley?
90th minute. So I think that the stats didn't make for good viewing if you look at it for Leeds. Even if Leeds do score, it doesn't really bode well that they're going to score again.
No, but what is looking positive is they're going to get a draw because Brighton can't keep a clean sheet and Leeds do score that little bit more.
Come on! Oh, you got a good touch! No, Bamford got a touch.
Corner.
Can it? No, well, no. Bamford got a touch. Is he onside? He's onside. He gets a touch. Just can't put it goalward. Now,
what was that? Roberts that was closer to the ball. Yeah, it was.
That was poor for Bamford. He had the opportunity, but he just couldn't get it on target.
Last 10 minutes, Leeds have got 72% of the possession.
Again, they've done that in the first half. They had high possession, but just couldn't capitalise on it.
But if you notice, in the last
free kick to Leeds,
obviously about the last 5 minutes, they have upped their attack. Playing with a higher line this time.
Higher line, higher tempo. So that's got to be a yellow.
Yeah, it is.
If he's pulling back,
It
is it pulling back Tyler? Tactical foul.
Adam Webster, yellow card.
Brighton have done amazing, but I don't think they've got a full 90 minutes in them that they can keep up a high tempo. And they've done okay so far. They've not played a high tempo, but they've done okay so far with the tempo. I think if Leeds just turn it up one or two gears, that they'll catch Brighton.
Well, they've been trying it for the last 6 minutes. Because you see that they're passing that little bit quicker, faster on the ball. But Leeds is still, and then they pass it up.
It's because everybody for Leeds is trying to get forward, and we see them in offside positions far too often.
Pablo with a bad pass. Veltman with the throw in.
And Brighton thrown again.
Brighton was wasted a few seconds on this one.
There's another sub coming on. Potter's definitely done well. He's definitely had Leeds' number, and he's managed. Because I think the stats, if you look at this game, Leeds have only had like 2 or 3 shots on target.
Yeah, it's not been the greatest match from Leeds at all.
So from Potter's point of view, it's been a managerial masterpiece, really. If you look at it from that point of view.
Come on, Brighton. Just start.
It's a goal kick. Yeah, a goal kick.
That was just it.
That could have been classed as a back pass. Played the goal kick too quick, then it's been called back. Here comes a sub.
And who's coming off for Brighton? It is Trossard that's coming off.
And here comes on Tau.
Percy Tau. I don't think I've ever seen him play.
No, just reminds me of Percy from Coronation Street. Shows you how long ago he used to watch Coronation Street.
I don't know who he's been, but
there you go. He's an old guy.
I don't know. I don't watch Coronation Street, so
didn't watch it either. I used to watch it years ago. Old Percy.
Right. So if I was Leeds at the moment, I would just go and attack. There's no point in sitting back anymore.
No, just get in about it.
And I give away a free kick.
Harrison there. He's done quite well defensively. In fact, it was Ayling. He's actually on a yellow card actually, so he needs to watch. That's maybe why he's.
I didn't need to touch him. I don't know if football players.
That was a terrible pass by Leeds there. Far too hard, and now it's gave possession away back to Brighton.
They've been doing that since the first minute. They've been passing that a little bit harder. Why? But here's a throw in. I think Brighton's just trying to hold this off. They're not playing with any urgency, and every time they get the ball, they're just wasting 6 seconds.
No, they're not playing with conviction. They're certainly not putting any players forward.
But here's a nice sub
from Leeds. Who's this? Raphinha going off and Poveda going on. They've basically pulled off their best players, Leeds. They've pulled off Rodrigo and pulled off Raphinha now.
Maybe they can see something that we can't see.
They may think there's another opportunity. To be fair, Tyler's had a good game since coming on. Well, he did for the first 10 minutes.
I don't think I've saw him on the ball.
He's put in a few crosses.
Has he? Nothing notable.
To be fair, has any cross been notable from Leeds?
That one that happened maybe last week.
Aye, no last week. So Leeds has had 7 goals conceded against them via corners. So this isn't looking too good for Leeds. We're now in the 75th minute.
The goalkeeper will come out, catch it. If it was in the
I've not
other
been
half.
that convinced by the goalkeeper, to be honest.
He's not done anything special. Yet again.
And Leeds have cleared again. It's a bad corner, and again a Leeds player slipped. Just this pitch.
And it's an cross ball, but a goalkeeper catches it. And Leeds
on the break,
passing it a little bit quicker, and then they just slows down.
They do this. Instead of passing it, they seem to try and run with it themselves, and it gives Brighton players chances to get back in their positions. It's like 5 times now I've seen that from
the goalkeeper and the centre back passed that quite quick to the mid, and then nothing after that. Do you think if they don't get a draw on this, or just overall, that they'll get moaned at by the manager?
Oh, aye. They've not been good the whole game. I don't know if it's because they're playing too many games, I don't know if it's the Crawley result, but when it gets to here, when it's the final pass,
That was close.
When it gets to the final pass, they're just not breaking Brighton down. Again, you can say that Potter's done a fantastic job with how he's assembled his defence in this game. Now, what springs to mind is if the Jose Mourinho last week complaining about Fulham because he just had like 2 days' notice. Brighton's obviously had more than 2 or 3 days to get ready. Oh, but he's almost played. He's had more time to train and get ready for this game, but you can see that they've done well. It's Pablo through ball and it's went nowhere. Throw into Leeds.
But yet again, Bamford's been marked out of this match.
All he needs to do is just pull the defenders.
I think it's maybe bring on a second striker.
So I would just play.
Come on.
It's Tyler.
Shoot. What you got to lose? And he crosses it.
It's a good cross, but just nobody there.
But yeah, again, he had a chance to shoot that a little bit earlier when he was more central. And then he ran it.
There's Dallas lost the ball, so he's now tracking back. How is it not free kick? He definitely got Percy, old Percy, the Coronation Street.
Come on.
Tyler, he's been quite instrumental. He's thinking about to put the ball, and there's Bamford saying, "Put it to my feet, don't play it to my head, play it to my feet." If he'd played it to his feet, he would have got it, but he played it high, and instead of it going to his head, it went to the left. Corner to Leeds.
They need to make this pay.
They need to make this exactly, but and then to play it short. We're saying this earlier that Leeds don't have any big players,
Corner.
like height wise. So Brighton have maybe 1 or 2 big defenders. They've got Burns, and these players can do pretty well in these situations. But for Leeds, that doesn't really help them because their players are smaller. You can't even beat the first man, Bissouma.
When you're getting paid all these thousands and you can't beat a first man
that
and
was
a cross.
a terrible touch. Tried to play it back there and put it out.
Right.
Skip higher it says on the banner. Take some of these players with you. Waste management.
Especially the day it's been awful. I think we should have watched the West Ham match.
West Ham were winning the last I checked.
It may have been more attacking minded in this match.
So we're almost down to the last 10 minutes, and Leeds really need to get moving.
But I think they'll still snatch a draw at this. They just need that one attack, and they'll get a draw. I think it'll end 1-1.
If it ends a draw, then how do you think Potter's going to feel about that at the start of the game?
2 points wasted.
Taking off
Maupay. Why are you taking off him?
To bring on Proper. Might go more defensive now.
But Maupay's been taking the mick out of the centre backs, and every time it's up to him, he's held up the play. Should have taken him off. It's going to
Weaken them.
Ah well.
No, it's going to weaken them. I wouldn't have taken him off. But Potter's now thinking, right, let's keep this 1-0. But all you're doing is inviting Leeds to attack them.
Yeah.
And that's all Leeds want to do.
Well, at the moment, you've seen this, they're only playing with one centre back. The recipes are up.
Mm-hmm. If you look at Sparta culture, all they wanted to do was fight. That's all they had in their mindset. Fight, fight, fight. Go!
Oh!
And he dropped it!
How did he drop?
He's actually caught it, lying on the ground and then dropped it, and then now he's pretending his gloves are slidey by wiping his hands. Aye, but Leeds have the same sort of mentality as the Spartans, just attack, attack, attack. They don't know about defending or anything else, just attack.
Here we go.
Good ball, Tyler, in the box. Oh!
Good save by
Brighton defender.
Dunk.
Yeah, Dunk.
It was offside anyway. This offside shenanigans again.
Where was your side?
Yeah.
Well, was he though? That was tight for Tyler.
I thought it was a goal, then it would obviously be inspected more, but
I don't think it was offside.
This offside thing that's happening is absolutely shambles at the moment.
Let's play on.
But let's see what's actually happened. So he picked up the ball.
He's picked the ball up and he's brought it up here, and then it slipped out his hands and it's run over his.
Lucky for him.
What that reminds me of is Bruce Gobbler. Now, if you're a Liverpool fan, you'll know who Bruce Gobbler is, and you'll know what I'm going to say.
Like, good, because I don't.
He was one of their top goalkeepers in the late 80s, but back then money wasn't fantastic. It was okay. He was getting paid a good wage, but it wasn't amazing. But he decided that he would take bungs, so folk used to pay him money, and he would let a few goals in, and he got caught because some of the goals that he conceded were like what a bit like that. Obviously, he didn't throw it in his own net there, but
so it's like
they weren't too dissimilar.
It's like watching Italian football.
Aye. But the reason that they do it in the Italian league is they will get killed. Do it or break your legs.
Bye.
Those that we cannot speak of because they control YouTube. Here's Leeds on the attack.
Down the right.
Beat one, beat two.
And then
free kick. Free kick because he got brought down. And there's
but you see that I'm playing with this more urgency now. The last 5 minutes should have been playing with us since the first minute, but at least it's coming in now. And it was Klich.
I think Leeds believe that they can still get a good result out of this. Here's Leeds.
Just cross it in.
Come on, bang it. Oh.
And they have to, no one.
Klich made the run and obviously too quick.
Anyway,
he just came on the park.
Brighton will just take that few extra seconds to get the ball and kick it up or whatever they decide. Super Sunday, Sheffield United v Tottenham at 2 o'clock.
That'll be a lot of goals in that, by the way.
Sheffield United has got their first win, so
very interesting game.
They'll want to build up, and Tottenham against whom wasn't that great. They did have chances, but they didn't take them. So, what's to say that they can't get a draw out of that match?
Might even stream that. I'll see tomorrow.
Come on. Just hoping that something happens.
Here's Tau. Here's Bershey Tau, and it's a throw.
It's a throw into Leeds, and it goes back to the defensive line.
Since they've taken off Maupay, Brighton haven't had a man to pass to in the final third. And you see that, so now Leeds have got more possession. And what we're seeing is Leeds are going to, well, for more possession in the last 10 minutes, which are resulting in chances.
But with what I said when Maupay went off, is he used to hold up the ball and have that few extra seconds. But now we're expecting just ball after ball after ball.
I like watching a team where they're moving the ball forward, but I think a lot of Leeds players are moving too far forward.
And forgetting about the ball.
Penalty!
No, shoulder barge.
You go back up.
That was never a penalty.
Look,
it's far too
I
soft.
thought they'd been Man United, right? That would have been a penalty.
Only if it was Bruno Fernandes that went down. Did you see him?
I seen that there. What's he doing?
He was trying to dance one step forward and sipping Mars.
He thinks he can do the splits. Thinks he's Jean-Claude Van Damme. That could easily have been a penalty.
That was too soft to be a penalty. Far too soft.
Oh, come on.
Look, it was just a shoulder barge. The guy went down. Nothing. The referee got that right.
Lucky. But Harrison done the right thing and got straight back up again rather than trying to, is it a penalty? And then not getting it and then losing possession.
We can still see snow. Bet this will come straight back because without Maupay they've simply had to hold it up.
There's no, as you'd call a target man.
So why not just go to the corner flag and try and hold it up? That's the best hope that they've got.
Well, it's the only hope that they've got tonight. Like, so 3 minutes, not including stoppage time. There's Bielsa again.
He's looking raging.
He's not going to be happy. Come on, referee, stop getting in the way. That's like the second time you've got in the way this whole game.
That's because
Fernandes again in the box. Good defending there by Bissama. And it's now a Leeds throw-in.
It's a Brighton throw-in, is it not?
No, hit off back the eye, hit off a Leeds player.
Yes, yeah. See?
It's got the cameras there.
I blame the camera.
I keep thinking that that one of the guys is actually a camera.
Oh, if
I start calling him Cammy, what?
If it's not Sky that's at fault, it's our camera.
That's it.
I was wondering
Come
where
on!
the ball went.
Why is 3 Leeds players going for the ball?
Shoot!
Shoot! Get up! Just stand up!
It's the free kick offside, not too sure.
Veltman's down, he's injured. Oh,
he's pretending that he's injured.
He's got potential injury. Why did 3 Leeds players go for the ball there? Just shout and go, mine!
Because they're too attacking now that everybody's trying to attack the ball. Everybody's trying to be the hero.
Absolutely no control there over the ball.
But there we go.
3 players gone for the ball, just crazy. If one player had went for the opportunity to shoot or pass, 3 of them just didn't work out.
Do you think they'll get one more chance before then?
Well, they'll get a chance. They'll still win.
They'll still win on a minute to go.
They'll still win.
Right, okay. Only chance that they've got is to play down the right, because that's where most of the goals came from this season.
There's Tyler playing well, he's came back. Now he's making a move.
Just pass.
Now the ball's at Cammy.
Shoot!
Fernandes! Just
playing that extra pass.
Playing that pass and it was too far for Harrison. It's just a pass, it's just a shot. Even if you shoot and just get the deflection or a corner.
There's loads of these players on the ball. Well, in the box.
I think Leeds have been too attacking. What I mean by that is when they're trying to pass the ball forward, they're alright. But as soon as they need to go sideways, when they're in the final third, there's nobody to pass to.
Here we go. That's the ball straight over, and it's out for a throw-in. How many minutes is added on to this one?
So now in the 90th minute.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Leeds can get another 3 goals.
They didn't score one in the 90th, and you expect them to score three 3 minutes of added time, man. Okay.
Tell us why I don't gamble. Here's Klich. He's looking at his options. Right.
Pass. Down the right. Then just cross it in.
Good cross.
And Brighton defends it. Go.
Shot there and it was, well...
It was a shot and
I think I need to admit that it's going to be a Brighton win now. And if I say that, then Leeds will go, is that what you think? And they'll score 2.
I think Brighton would be happy just... Leeds would be happy just with 1 goal. And I know somebody was happy with 1 goal.
Certainly I'll be happy with the goal. I think they thought that they would have won this. 1-0, 2-1, something anyway, but not to come here and not get a goal.
Especially playing at home.
Oh, come on, you can't do a dummy when you think someone's behind you when you're 1-0 down.
Just run it to the
just run.
Flag.
Why is it? Just see if I'd have been the Brighton player like that, I would have just kept charging towards the goalkeeper.
But he's going towards the corner flag.
Shit, it was time, I know. But I'd have kept running.
And what happened?
I can run. Not very far, but as long as I'm running to a fridge, I'm fine. Through ball, there we go. Percy.
He'll just take his time, waste a few more seconds.
Percy's just going to sit in the corner. That
was... he actually just put it out himself.
Percy couldn't handle the...
Percy the lightning thief.
Percy couldn't handle the pressure, so he popped it himself. Just a little bit popped that.
But...
There's Leeds. Come on.
Just one more attack.
You've got 30 seconds. You can score at least 1.
Oh, you. 2.
Oh, come on. You can't put a ball like that and not get...
I don't understand why they're not just doing a pass, and then when they get up, cross it in. They're just trying to cross it in far too early.
I could get a footballer now and pass that and make that a pass. Although I'm quicker at passing the ball, but it's about all I'm good at.
There we go. Cross it in now.
Right, pass! Good cross! Oh!
And Brighton clear. That's disappointing how easy it is for Brighton.
Aye, Brighton have done amazingly.
But that's the end of 3 minutes. Full time. Brighton 1-0.
So we had some technical issues, and hopefully it comes up and it shows the full match once we stop this. We're back tomorrow. We're definitely doing the Man U game. We might do a game prior to it, and we'll see. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share,
Bye.
and like.